The Tesla software update Great Divide is on. It's happening right now. What am I talking about? Intel versus AMD. And which chip do you have? And what software features are you going to be missing? And what software features are you going to be getting and bragging to your friends? Keep it here. We're going to go over all of it. First, before we do anything about Intel versus AMD, how do you know which one you have? Well, first of all, they came out with the AMD around the February to March time frame of 2022. So first and foremost, you got to fit your vehicle in there. If you still don't know, you're going to go under the software tab. You're going to go under additional vehicle information. Just tap on that. And right here, you're going to see I have the Intel chip, not the AMD. That is a bummer. All right, looks like I'm getting it. This is the spring update that we've all been waiting for, and this is an Intel Tesla, so I'm going to be interested to see what features we get or don't get compared to the AMD chip. So 2024.14.6, I will be updating very soon and give you the details on all the features that the Intel Teslas are going to be getting. All right, let's get this update going. I'm not going to wait till 11:50. I want to get this update on this car so I can start messing around with it. Kids got into the toy box, and that's why it's orange. Anyway, let's take a look at the release notes before we hit install now. If you look, this is the spring date. However, once this pops open here, it's going to say minor fixes, even though it's 24.14. But this car doesn't have the 14 version at all. So you got to scroll down a little bit here. They added the trip progress bar here at 14.3. And the base level 24.14 is the big one, the spring update that I'm really interested in checking out all the details. We'll see what we get as opposed to those on the AMD chips. So this is a 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance. Unfortunately, was delivered in December of 21, and I believe the changeover was around the February-March area for the AMD chip. You know what? That's the way it goes. You could be chasing your tail with all this technology, and you can't plan for stuff like that. So let's get this thing installed. 2-minute countdown. All right, the software has been updated, so let's take a look. It's going to indicate all the new stuff under these blue dots, if you didn't know that about Tesla software updates. And you might have been wondering what these blue dots mean at the bottom of the icons when you hop in your car in the morning. There you go. So let's look under the car, and we're going to see things with blue dots. In this case, it's going to be navigation. So let's take a look at what is new. We've got the speed camera chime. We're going to go ahead and turn that on because we're going to want to see that working to its fullest, right? Anything else new in here? Doesn't seem like it. Any other new dots? Doesn't seem like it. So the only other two dots we have are under Spotify and then the app tray, basically. So let's take a look at under those and see what's going on with that. Online routing, wasn't that there before? I mean, it should have had the new indicator on there. Okay, let's take a look at Spotify. This tray looks new, by the way, and seems to have some stuff missing as well. Just playing around with this. Can we swipe up? No. Can we hit the mixer? Okay, we've got the mixer, and that's where the sources are again. That's not new. That's always been there. What are we missing, though? We're missing something important here. Yeah, like the trays are gone. Like you can't swipe up and make it bigger. So interesting. This player tray, I can't really play stuff because of copyright, but this player tray is definitely different. And now we don't have, like we can't, oh yeah, we can. Okay, good. Okay, good. I was worried about that. I didn't see the 3 dots or any way of swiping, but you can go ahead and still swipe. The 3 dots momentarily show up and then they disappear. So we still have our trip stuff, our mileage, as well as tire pressures. So that's kind of cool. Can you get rid of it? Yes, you can get rid of it. And it gives you a little tab here. Before there was a little music player. So if you're on the older software and you lost your tray here, you would have a little music tab here and you tap that to get it back. So we tap that and we get that back. So that's kind of cool. And you could swipe it down. Great. But you can't swipe it up to make it bigger. Can you swipe it over there? No. All right, interesting changes there on Spotify. Let's take a look at under the 3 dots where we have Audible stuff, which we did know about for audiobooks. I don't use Audible, so I'm guessing I'm just going to get a login page. So yeah, basically what I thought. Login page with a QR code. I don't use Audible. I'm not going to sign up for it or anything like that. Now, I will see once I get driving again, we're supposed to see all kinds of better stuff. So I kind of like this orange, by the way. My kid put this in here. What's this little dot here? Oh, that's interesting. So this is all new. Instead of having giant tabs pointing to what... Oh, there they are. Okay, so what was different about it there? See, you see this little tiny broadcast symbol above the Tesla logo. Interesting. Very interesting. So this tab does not move like it does when you have the full self-drive. This car had the 1 month of full self-drive, and then it has since expired, and I haven't renewed it. That's it for the blue dots. I'm going to have to see what is new in terms of using it every day, driving it around, see if there's any subtle changes, new stuff there. But I'm not seeing anything crazy new like the spring update was led you to believe. So I do have a friend with an AMD 2023 Tesla Model 3. I will be doing a kind of cross-reference between his car and my car, and we'll see what the differences are. So real quick, I'm going to put it in gear and see if I can see anything while I'm driving. Oh, here's my son coming home. Don't want to run him over. Coming home on his electric scooter, of course. You can see him, person, and thinks there's dogs or weird robot. Oh, that's a person from above. So let me pull out here. There happens to be a brand new Model 3. A neighbor just got it like a week ago. And there goes the garage is closing because I have the MyQ. Let's put it in gear and see if it sees anything different. I don't see anything right away that looks different. That looks how it used to look, pretty much the same. By the way, if you want to see the new Model 3, there it is. I did do a full test drive of the Model 3, the refresh, the Highland. You can check out that video elsewhere on the channel. But there is a brand new one right in front of me. First one in the neighborhood. We've got several Teslas in the neighborhood already, but this is the very first Tesla Model 3 Highland on this particular block. So very cool, but that's not why you're here. So we will continue our deep dive, our look into the brand new spring refresh software update thing when it comes to Intel. These are the release notes once again. Of course, we did go over the Audible thing, the Spotify queue and playback speed as well. Preview of Sentry mode recordings. That I did turn on. You have to have that turned on. Where was that? Under safety and dash cam, you have to have that thing turned on. The speed camera thing you also have to turn on. That's under navigation and speed camera chime. So that is on. I'll be interested to see if we even have any in the neighborhood, in the area. I don't even know. A better route available. Navigation shows you that. Vehicle settings, go to navigation, online routing, reroute to save. So I'll have to play around with that. Wiper controls. Scroll wheel when you press. Oh, we've already had this, I think. Although this is probably more updated. That's good. Security improvements. Not sure what that is, but they're not going to tell us either, probably because they don't want someone to go around them. Other updates. When you're parked, you can expand the browser to full screen. You can now swipe to delete Sentry mode recordings in the dashcam app on your vehicle touchscreen. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think that was even possible before. You kind of had to pull the card and put it on your computer and delete it stuff that way, or you had to do a full wipe of your USB or your SSD. When you have valet mode on and your vehicle is unlocked or shipped out of park, you'll receive a notification on your phone. Oh, that's cool. So you're going to know more stuff about your car if you do hand over that key card to the valet. Arcade includes the latest game for Polytopia and Path of the Ocean. Oh wait, that's one game. That's the name of it, I guess. All right, well, very cool. So there is some good stuff, some good nuggets in this update. The trip progress bar came in a later update, 14.3. So the base update was 14, the next update was 3, and then I just got 6, which technically is only minor fixes, but I've got all those software updates incorporated as well. The trip progress bar, I think, is going to be very cool. Below the turn-by-turn list of your navigation, you'll now see a progress. Progress bar also reflects the live traffic conditions. You can see the different colors here. That's kind of cool. And for real-time traffic and road conditions to appear on your routes, set navigation online routing must be turned on. See, I knew that was new. Okay, so where is that? Navigation online routing. Navigation. Yeah, I knew that looked new. But it didn't have the new symbol here for some reason. See the new symbol there? There should be one here. Or that was old and now that's incorporated in that trip planning thing. Either way, some good stuff in here. It's always awesome to see new updates coming to our cars almost on a weekly basis, sometimes a couple times a month. But some good nuggets of information, some good features added. I just wish we had a little more for us older Intel folk that we could, I liked on the newer, on the AMD chip, you know, you got this big giant version of your car here instead of, you know, this still looks old school. Feature I noticed, I have the large text set up on the screen, but the speedometer and the gear shifting D and R and all that stuff is noticeably larger on this update. Just thought I'd share that part. It also appears the turn signals are bigger as well. At least they seem bigger. So let's take a look at the Spotify enhancements or the audio player enhancements. There are less features here showing now. We only have like the mixer settings that we can mess around with. Obviously, we can replay the whole playlist or back and forth. One thing I do like about the new player is that the scrubber or the timeline is now in the middle. It used to be down here. It was hard to grab. It was like at the edge of the screen, and I kept hitting the car instead. So it's nice that it's up here in the middle. Now, when you tap on the album, pulls up this interface, and it does look a little different. I don't believe we had all these buttons here, nice and big and prominent. Also, the scrubber line here for the timeline is up there as well. And that's kind of cool. Now, I understand if you play podcasts and stuff, you will also have a feature here that you can do double time and listen double the speed. If you're looking for the regen bar where the black shows and the green shows when you're actually regenning, it is now off to the left and it is now vertical and not horizontal. So check this out. I'm going to lift off the accelerator and you're going to see it. There it is right there. It's off on the left now. It's not at the top and horizontal. It's now vertical. Another new feature I found that I saw first on the Cybertruck. So a lot of these features that we saw on the Cybertruck OS or software update are now finding its way into the other model Teslas. And right here, this is pretty awesome. So if you look at that blue indicator line with the red arrow is where we're starting. I happen to pop in LAX, the national car rental apparently. I wanted to give a good idea of a longer trip along with traffic. And you could see here on this side of it, this is probably, you know, this is 405 getting close to the airport, that sort of thing. It's right here. And so it tells you at a glance, rather than having to look up here, you can see at a glance what kind of traffic you're in for, what kind of delays you might be seeing, and it's right there on that small little card, which is fantastic. That is a new feature of this software update. Just curious here, what do I have? What happens if I do that? Oh, okay, so that's like we had that before. By the way, everything looks cleaner and more square and more modern, and it's definitely it's been updated. Oh, we have a software update. I just updated yesterday. So, okay, we got new stuff coming in. As we're doing the video for the software update, we actually have another software update. So anyway, just wanted to show this to you. It's very cool. You can look down as a driver at a glance to see if there's upcoming traffic or delays, and boom, it's right there. All right, there you go. The great divide is currently happening, Intel versus AMD. And if you're on the Intel side of things, which I'm guessing is still a large portion of the fleet, as far as I can tell, it was around the 2022 mark, around February to March, around that area. If you've got one before that, let me know. I bought this 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance in December of 21. All the paperwork says it's a 22 model, but there you go. I have an Intel. I did get I did get the all-season tires, though. That was the week that it was happening. That was I was so excited about getting. If you go back to the delivery video, I was so excited about getting the all-wheel tires. Had I known, if I waited a couple of months, I'd have the AMD chip. It probably wouldn't have been so sweet to get the all-season tires. Anyway, lots of people still on Intel. Those are the features, best I can tell, that we're going to be getting at this point from the spring Tesla software update. The AMD folks are still going to get everything new, all the latest, greatest stuff for your particular model. Of course, you're not going to be getting Cybertruck stuff on your Tesla Model Y, just yet anyway, some stuff. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really, really means a lot to me, as well as helps grow the channel tremendously. And hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Go ahead and hit the bell as well. If you want to get anything new, it's going to pop up right on your screen, and you'll know about it the second it releases. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you on the next video.